Greetings. This is Interim Superintendent Galen Boldt with a video to end the school year. Today is Friday, May 22nd, and just want to provide a little update. The very first thing I want to say is give a huge thank you and shout out to all of our students and parents. Parents, I think we're going to make you honorary teachers for the fourth quarter and the efforts you put into nurturing your children with education, helping them in lessons as we go along, and just being very patient with us. We got nothing but good comments in terms of support and understanding about the nature of what we did for the last really almost 2.5 months. And I think Johnson County Central can be proud of our parents, our students, our community for being good partners with us. And I truly mean good partners. Also want to do the same thing with our staff. My goodness sakes. When we let out on March 18th, we didn't know what was ahead of us. We didn't know how long these restrictions would be in place. Of course, we're now understanding that this is going to be a long haul thing. And to be able to continue instruction all the way from our elementary to our high school and all the grades in between. They worked very hard, and I know that you worked with them very hard. But the bottom line is it's been an experience we've all learned from. I think we will take the experiences we've had. To tell you the truth, these last few days, that's been a big part of what we did. We ended our instruction with students on May 15th so that we would have this last week with just staff. So we could do really three things. One, end the school year in a way that is we needed to do just to take care of business. Two, to reflect as a faculty and administration about what we did, the lessons that we learned. And then three, and maybe the most important thing, talk about how we are going to go with education next school year. Again, we learned a lot of things as we look forward to the future. It's time now, of course, for John Rother, who will be the superintendent July 1st, to take the lead and lead the charge forward as we think about what we're going to do to provide education. A couple things. Number one, above all else, we're going to want to keep schools safe. I also believe that what we learned is the best way to deliver education is in a face-to-face format. We're going to do everything we can to do those two things. Although we learned some really good lessons about how to deliver education and learning in a digital format in other ways. So we have that experience behind us now as we think about, well, how is this going to work in the future? John has formed a committee. Our commissioner actually gave us a direction to use a website called Launch Nebraska. In Launch Nebraska, all schools are being asked to think about plans, alternative plans, in case we can't start it on time, in case we can start early, in case we start, just like always, with little or no restrictions. We have a lot of things that could happen, and John is going to be leading a committee to actually talk about what the details looks like for starting school and continuing school next year. All this in the face of not really understanding what this virus will do, how we will be able to use the governor's directive health measures and make school work. But the process has to start now. So I know John has, golly, I think maybe close to 30 or more people on the committee, and this will be a collaborative effort in which everybody provides guidance and their thoughts to a school administration. John's going to be running this thing, and ultimately we're going to have to make the recommendation to the Board of Education about what we want to do as we think about the coming years. Today, as I said, it's Friday, May 28th, and our governor has loosened the restrictions on the total number of gathered. So now we can have 25 people in an area as opposed to the 10. We will keep that in mind until we get new directions about maybe changes from there. But these things we understand, we just have to stay up on top of and keep working at. So we want to keep everyone informed as much as we can. June 1st, we're going to be able to get kids back in here in the weight rooms. And hopefully, not much farther down the road, we'll be able to do some summer activities. I believe right now John has a plan that we're going to do summer school after the 1st of July. I know there's a date scheduled for prom in July, and I'm not going to say that because I'll give the wrong date. Right now, we're planning graduation in a traditional manner on July 25th. That's a Saturday. So, lots of exciting things to think about. I think we all have to stay very positive, but more than anything else, just wanted to give you a quick update and give a huge thank you to everyone that's been involved, including our Board of Education. My goodness, they have been so supportive and have worked hard to think about what can we do to support education as we move through this pandemic. So anytime you have questions, please make sure you let me know that. And ultimately, thank you and stay safe.